including what's known as ghost nets, which is derelict fishing gear. They're called ghost nets because they keep fishing. They roll over in the ocean, they collect other nets, they collect fish, they collect plastics. So they're very deadly to whales and porpoises, sea turtles, fish. They kill reefs and smother them when they wash against them. They're bad for ships. So removing these ghost nets is important. So we also remove consumer plastics, buckets and containers and all different types of things that end up in our ocean.
So you launch out on this 25-day expedition on this cargo ship. You go, which is this the same thing as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch? That's just what it's more commonly known as?
It's very commonly known as that, but I really object to the word patch.
Well, set us straight.
Because it's much bigger than a patch.
Either way, it's a lot of plastic and a lot of garbage that's floating around. And so you picked up a bunch of regular plastics, but I'm interested to ask about these ghost nets. How, I mean, is this something that is really common and there are just hundreds of them floating around?
I'm afraid they are very common and they're all over the world. You know, it's not just a problem here, though our first concentration is here, but we intend to very much expand our efforts. Next year, we'll be doing 3 months instead of 25 days.
So you're going back, that's already decided?
Oh, yes. This ship is going back and additional ships. Of course, some of it's based on funding. I went on the earlier expeditions. This one, I was directing 2 ships from shore.
From shore, okay.
So I sent them off, and then I was there to greet them.
Did they have any stories?
They had lots of stories. They worked so hard getting over 40 tons, I think it was closer to 42 tons, on board. And
where does that go now, the plastic?
Some of it went to the graduate art department at the University of Hawaii.
Oh, cool.
Some of it is available to other artists. And the rest of it went to Snichter Steel and to H-Power, Hawaii Power. It's all turned into energy. So all of it is recycled, none of it will go to landfill, none of it will go back in the ocean. And so we're very committed. Everything we clean up will be repurposed and correctly disposed of. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that makes complete sense. So out of this whole thing, I mean, what do you think, this most recent expedition, I know you were on land, but was there some part that was the most impactful to you?
Well, I guess one of the things we work designing, we worked with a wonderful fellow by the name of Andy Sabrante, designing satellite trackers. And so we've been doing this project for about close to 1.5 years.
So you're tracking the trash?
Where we would give vessels going through this area, be it captains delivering yachts. We had some wonderful delivery captains, people coming back from a race, people on a family vacation, Greenpeace, Sea Shepherd, anybody going through this that wanted to work with us. We gave them these satellite trackers, and then if they saw one of these ghost nets, they could attach it.
Oh, so then you could find it.
And then that meant we could track where it goes, we can find it. And so when we found nets before, we typically found other nets in the same area.
Oh, interesting.
So we use 2 technologies. We use the satellite trackers, which directed us to the specific tag nets. And then once in that area, the crew was up in what's called a crow's nest, high in the mast, looking for other nets. And we had 2 wonderful drone pilots on board. And so they were flying grids looking for nets. And so, for example, one of the real excitements is close to, I think, the second tracker they picked up. Within 5 miles, they found a 5-ton monster ghost net.
Oh my gosh.
And then not too far from another tracker towards the end of the trip, they found an almost 8-ton accumulation of debris.
So speaking of tracking, if people want to track your progress, they want to track the success of the voyage, and they want to support you,
Yes.
what do they need to know? How can they get in touch with you?
Well, they can go to our website, which is oceanvoyagesinstitute.org. They can call our office in Sausalito. Our number is 415-332-4681. And, you know, we welcome people wanting to donate because it is a big effort doing this cleanup, and we very much want to expand next year so we get hundreds of tons of debris out of the ocean, which we view is very doable with the right financial support.
Perfect. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get it. So you've heard it here. Now you can check out her website. You can go to Ocean Voyages. What was it again?
Oceanvoyagesinstitute.org.